What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Scuttlebutt. So, yeah, today's Saturday. You're like, well, what happened to Friday? Why didn't you post anything Friday? Well, what happened was, no. Actually, we were up early Friday, and we headed into the city, Fort Smith. Basically, the main reason why we were going was for the nephew, right? Was going to get him weighed in, and we did not know that I guess there was some event or something that was going on, and the recruiters were not there. So they did not get back until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which we went and did other stuff to include having a cheat day. We went to a Chinese buffet. And obviously, if you're going to have a cheat day, that's not the day you want to do a weigh-in, right? Well, we were expecting him to weigh in first thing in the morning, and then we were going to go have a cheat day. And then, well, we didn't decide to have a cheat day until later. But we ended up going back to that one store where we actually saved a lot of money on the products, because it's right there next door. So obviously, while we're trying to do the recruiter thing, Mom takes Anaya, the kiddo, over to that store, right? It's like, what is it, Price Break or something? I don't know. It's one of the bin stores, right? And, well, since the recruiter was not there, we went ahead and went in. Well, on Fridays, it's $15 Fridays, right? Because basically each day, it's like Monday's $1, Tuesday's $2, or Wednesday's $1. I don't know, right? It just all depends on what day it is. Depends on the price per item. And yeah, once again, we went in. I mean, we spent $100, but we walked out of there with well over $1,000 worth of products. So to include a new bed for the kiddo, we were actually able to get, it's like the what is it, Zentex or something? I don't know. It's one of it's made in USA, twin bed. They retail new, and it was new, right? A lot of stuff there is new, but you can tell that some of the items, it's kind of like somebody gets an item and then they return it to Amazon, or return it to Beaver, or return it to, right? And then some of these bin stores grab that stuff and then resell it, right? So there are some things that don't work, right? But they have testing stations. They have all that stuff where you can go plug stuff in and test it before you buy it. Or if a box is not opened and you don't know what it is, you take it to them, open the box, or have they open the box. That way you can see what it is, and then you decide whether you want it or not. So with stuff like that, right? And man, that place was busy. So yeah, with that, we ended up getting some lights. So the things that I wanted to go and check out was, I wanted lights for the driveway, like solar type lights, because obviously there's no power out there. So I needed some type of solar light. And then I was able to get 3 of those lights. So one we put over by the chicken coop, which I can show you. I can run over there quick. And all 3 lights are the same. Now, it's not exactly the type of light that I wanted for the driveway, but it will work, right? And it has the 3 modes to where either it stays off and it comes on for 30 seconds whenever someone approaches, or the other mode, it stays on dimly. It's like 2700 Kelvin. And then when someone approaches, it'll jump up to 6,000 Kelvin. So, for a bright white light, LED. But yeah, see, this is the light here. So pretty nice, and it's adjustable, right? You can move it and do different things, but it's pretty bright. And then obviously mode 3 is just like a dusk to dawn. So it'll automatically come on, but it only stays at the 2700 Kelvin. It will never go up to the brighter setting unless you change it physically with the remote. And yeah, so we're gonna put that out there. It kind of acts like a security light, because obviously that road, that we've talked about several times, even though it's on our property, Which there's actually something that I found out was when we bought this place, right? Well, for one, I'm going to go up to the assessor's office at some point and try to get another survey or see if they have a survey available with the map, right? The plot. Because we do have a survey, but it's only in number format. So obviously without the equipment to kind of say, hey, this is where that measurement point is, it's kind of, yeah, it doesn't really, because everything starts from the one that we have, that we got with all the paperwork when we bought the property. It all starts in the very back corner, and then it goes all along the south side and then up the west side until you get to the main road, and then from there in it, right? So that'd be a whole lot of measuring, trying to figure out where this stuff is without having the specialty equipment, right? So I want to see, once again, that we're going to 100% verify that road is on our property and that it's just an easement, because we never received an easement agreement, right? From all the stuff when we bought the property. And that's something that is supposed to convey, right? So if you do have an easement on your property to include, because I knew about the easement of the electrical stuff, but I did not know about the easement of the road. So that's why we want to see is like, hey, if that is not part of our property, then I want to know that, right? So we're just going through, we're going to double verify that. But if we do have an easement agreement, it's also, that agreement is supposed to let you know who is supposed to maintain that road, right? Because you agree upon, the person that wants the easement. In this case, it's National Forest, so it's the state of Arkansas, okay? If they want the homeowner to contain or to be able to maintain that road, that would be in the agreement, okay? Well, we don't have an agreement in writing, so now I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, for one, if there is no agreement for easement rights, that means I can close that road off, regardless of that it's a road leading to the National Forest and that it is a public access road, right? Because if there's no agreement, hey, I can close that off. So that's something that we're going to look into and possibly do, right? So, but if it's something that is agreed upon, plus I would like them to come do the maintenance on that because it's getting washed out, and obviously we're just now getting into rainy season, right? We're expecting a whole lot of rain coming. It's some pretty nasty weather. It's going to come in tomorrow. And then next week, starting Wednesday, it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like 5-6 days in a row of just straight rain. So yeah, that kind of puts a halt in things when you're doing projects outside, but hey, it is what it is. So excuse me. But yeah, stick with us. We'll keep folks informed, of, hey, what's going on with that, because I know some of you want to know, and if not, obviously I'm putting the gate off of that road coming in, so we will continue to put a fence down on our property side, right? If it does turn out to be, easement and all that good stuff. But regardless, because there's folks that drive down that road going into National Forest at dark, at nighttime. It's like, how many people go to a national park, like ones you have to pay for, and that you're able to get in at nighttime? I don't know of any. So there's no reason that you should be going in there at dark, right? Unless you're doing some type of legal activity. Plain and simple, right? So, and I know folks around this area, right? There's folks that do the drug running and stuff like that. I mean, this area of Arkansas is well known, for the pot smokers and for other things, right? So Yeah, I know. So if that's an area of interest for someone that's either doing something illegally or going in there to hunt illegally, spotlighting. I know our neighbor has said that, people will go up there and because it's a high point advantage, right? They'll spotlight into their fields, and they've even had people shoot their cattle. So I know there's people out there that are like that, and we don't want any part of that, right? So we're going to put the means, and I know, a lock's only going to stop a person that is not trying to do anything, right? If you lock your door, okay, that's only stopping the innocents. Because if someone really wants to get into your place and they're a crook, they don't care about that lock, right? They're going to get in. They don't care about gates. They don't care about fences. They don't care that we paint purple stuff all over our trees saying no trespassing. If they want to cause ill intent or want to come in and steal our stuff, then they care less about that, right? They're going to come do that. Or try. They're going to try. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that stuff either. So, but anyway, I'm going to try doing something that I've never done before. I guess you're going to have to see on the next part coming out for the gate, because I am going through. I'm going to start ripping up some of those boards. But like I said, with weather coming, I might have to go find other projects to do, because it's kind of hard working outside and getting stuff done whenever I have weather. So I almost wish that I would have just asked, Paul to cut, because whenever I first had him cut those things, I actually had other plans in my brain of what I was going to do with that gate, and then they changed after the fact. So I had only used one post out of the 4, but now I need to re-rip some of those posts into planks and use that for building the gates. Okay, so if I would have known that, I would have said, hey, can you cut these at 5/8 of an inch thick, 6 by the length of the log, and then I'll cut them up later. But hey, c'est la vie. It happens. I'm very, very thankful for Paul over at the Bearded Carpenter for helping us out, getting this stuff. I have a bandsaw in the shop. I can recut it. But what I'm going to be doing now, hopefully it works out. Hopefully it works out. I've never done it before, but if it doesn't work out, that's fine. I still have enough lumber to be able to do something else. It's just not going to look how I planned it to look. So, and that's fine. But all right, y'all, we definitely appreciate you for following in on our journey. We're busy Friday, so now I'm bringing to you this video on Saturday. But be safe out there. Stay dry with that stuff, right? Especially if you're in the area. Be safe. We don't have storm shelter, so yeah, hopefully this stuff kind of skirts around us. So that a project that's coming. We have to get rid of all this stuff first. All right. So anyway, yeah, get out there. Thank a veteran with every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on the next one. Later, friends.